And we've got all of our committee here except for Senator Blue, who had to take a professional licensing test today, so she'll be back here on Thursday. I'm going to start off. We've got a great staff, pretty much almost all the same this year, except for our committee assistant, Angela Ganser, who you'll get to know, and Angela's going to do a great job, I'm sure. So I'm going to start off with our staff introductions with our advisors and just go around the table.
Jason Long with the Office of Revisor Statutes.
Mike Heim with the Revisor Statutes.
Messiah Nolte with AV Tag.
I'm Nicole Fielder with Legislative Research. Elena Rudder, Legislative Research.
If you can reach it.
And I am Angela Ganser, Committee Assistant.
I see Leanne Thone back there.
The staff table is small, so I'm Leanne Thone. I'm also with Legislative Research.
All right, and happy to have you all back. We're going to start with committee introductions, and we'll just start on the, to my left, Senator Dietrich.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Brenda Dietrich, I represent Senate District 20. I'm Southwest Shawnee County and all of Wabunsee County.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Bill Clifford from Finney County. I represent 11 counties in the far southwest of the state, including 2 in Mountain Time. House member for 3 years, married for 42 years. Some of you have already heard. I have 6 children. My wife has 7.
Hi. I've got 5, and I thought it was impressive. Never mind. Adam Thomas, Senate District 23. I represent a major part of Olathe and all of Spring Hill, Johnson, and Miami County. 6 years in the House. 5 of those on Fed and State, so I'm super excited to be on this side of the rotunda and still serving on federal and state affairs and really looking forward to a fun year. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'm Senator Marcy Francisco in the newly created 2nd District. It's now only areas in Douglas County, much of Lawrence and part of 2 townships. I'm starting my 21st year in the Kansas Senate and happy to be on my 2nd stint in federal and state affairs.
And I know Senator Fausto is somewhere wandering around the hall, so she was our ranking minority last year and in previous years, so we'll look forward to working with her. And then Vice Chair Blue is not here today, and again, due to a prior commitment, and Senator Tyson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm glad to be on this committee and working with you for the first time with you as the chairman. Senator Tyson from the 12th Senate District.
Michael Murphy from the 34th District, 4 years in the House, and not been in Fed and State, but I've been involved with Fed and State quite a bit in the past, and glad to be here in the thick of things.
Senator Beverly Gossage, I'm from District 9, and I am part of Johnson, Wyandotte, Douglas, and Leavenworth counties.
Senator Brad Starnes, I represent Riley County, so all of Manhattan, unique district as far as having 3 higher education institutions there, obviously Kansas State, Manhattan Area Technical College, and MCC, Manhattan Christian College, as well as the influence of veterans with Fort Riley, and as well with rural. So a unique district and proud to represent. And I can't beat your numbers in children, but I've got 9 grands, 7 and under. So
we had our 4th great grandchild just before Christmas. So yeah, Christmas is very expensive at our house. Extremely. Yeah, they are great. They really are. A little bit of housekeeping. We are a paperless committee. We will print the agendas every day. If there's a bill that's going to be heard, we'll have the bill drafts for you, as you know, so that you can use the paper form of that. But in terms of any testimony, I'd encourage you to bring a laptop. All the testimony will be uploaded to the S drive, as has been the case, and that's usually the fastest way. If anybody has any issues with getting to the S drive, let us know. We can help you there. The website, of course, All that testimony will be uploaded to the Kansas Legislature website for those who are watching on WebEx and in the public, so that you'll be able to follow along with that testimony as well. We also have conferee rules and committee rules that are available on the website. For those of you, again, who are in the public, you go to kslegislature.org, which is the primary website for the legislature. You look for standing committees. Let me just navigate so I don't give you the wrong. So you look for committees, standing, and look under the Senate list of federal and state affairs. And you click on there, and you can find the committee documents, and then on days where we have testimony, committee testimony. That's for anybody in the audience. And for anyone who does want to submit testimony on any bills, I would suggest that you look at the conferee rules. It gives you contact information for Angela, our committee assistant, and also rules for submitting testimony in PDF form. As far as the committee rules, I sent them out, I think, about a week ago. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at those. I mean, basically, it's pretty standard. I will have, I'll give you another day or so to look at them. We'll probably approve those on Thursday. Bottom line is, any substitute motions, I'll do one substitute motion on any main motion. We will allow conceptual amendments for little short stuff that makes sense. Any germaneness, we'll use the Senate floor rules for any germaneness issues. And then if anybody has amendments, I don't have to see the amendment, but just for timing purposes and scheduling, it'd be helpful to know. And we will clear all amendments on bills before we pass them out to the pass them out to the floor, so that everything's been vetted very well. Timing of submissions for testimony will be 24 hours prior. We'll run a hard and fast rule, so at 10:30 the day before or 10:30 on Friday, if we're going to have a hearing on Monday, will be the time to get it into Angela. If you have any absences, just let us know, Angela or I, so we can plan for that. And before you leave today, give Angela your cell phone number. We'll keep those in confidence. But if we have, on days where we have, a meeting on call a chair, we have a change, we'll try to let you know in plenty of time so you can make your adjustments there. I also want to be cognizant of everybody's time. So we will try to get right out on time, because I know a lot of people have scheduled meetings over the lunch hour and noon, so I don't want to run long on anyone. If we do have a particularly complex bill, we might run a few minutes late, but I'll try to let you know. I also do testimony a little bit different in here. I like to hear full testimony from as much as possible. So rather than giving individuals 30 seconds or a minute and a half to testify, I'll do it in blocks. So we'll do 10, 15-minute blocks for proponents, 10 or 15 minutes for opponents, and then let them be cognizant of the people behind them. Seems to work pretty well, because usually the first people out of the gate with testimony have some of the most complete testimony, and then everybody else behind typically adds up. So I allow the different sides to decide how they want to parse out the timing. And at the end of the time, it's up, the testimony's over. But I think that works pretty good. Thursday we will meet. We do not meet on Friday. And then I think that is about it, except for bill introductions. And do we have any bill introductions today? I have a few. Might as well get them right out of the gate. We've got, first three are election bills. It's 25 RS 0103, and that is on ranked choice voting, prohibiting ranked choice voting methods. Committee, any questions or objections to the introduction of this bill? Seeing none, that bill is introduced. The next one is 25 RS 0287, and that prohibits the use of federal money for state election-related activities. Any questions or objections to introduction of that bill? Seeing none, that bill is introduced. Next one is 25 RS 0370, And that eliminates the 3-day post-election period for returning advanced voting ballots. As you know, there was a recent appellate court ruling on that said the 3-day grace period was unconstitutional. So we're going to review that one again this year. Any questions or objections to introduction? Seeing none, that's introduced. And the other is 25 RS 0437. And that will be a Senate concurrent resolution encouraging Governor Kelly to work with the Trump administration on any executive orders that are coming down regarding illegal immigration. Any questions or objections to introduction to that bill? Seeing none, that bill is introduced. Are there any other bill introductions from the gallery or committee? Seeing none, I think that's all for today. Thank you, committee, for your time. I look forward to working with all of you. And with that, we'll